Hi everybody, welcome. Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. Welcome. How is everybody today? Did you have a crafty, creative weekend? I did. I had fun. I had a couple classes, so it was nice to be able to kind of start getting together with some people. You know, we did social distancing and everybody wore a mask, so it all worked out. So let me pull this up. Oh, I better turn the sound off on my computer, so I don't want to hear that. Turn that up. Take a minute here for people to find us. Let's see. Make this change here. There we go. Okay, so welcome everybody. It's nice to see you. I always enjoy Monday evenings. Mondays are very busy at work, so I always enjoy being able to get with all of you and see you. If you recall, last week we made this card. I think it's a very pretty card using the gold leaf gilding. We use the textured paint embossing folder, put some Tombow in the creases, or in the, the creases, that's the right word, and then put the gold leafing on there. One thing I want to be sure to remind you about is that, thank you for the hearts. I saw some hearts go, thank you. I love hearts. I love thumbs up. I like shares. After you put it on, it's not going to look right. You gotta let the glue dry, and then you brush all the extra off of it, okay? So it does take a little bit of time to do that. But I think it's a very pretty card. And remember, if you share, you get a chance to win the card I'm making tonight. And the winner of this card here from last week, I got to get my notes here, Wendy Seibel. I believe that's how it's pronounced. So Wendy, I will get this card out to you very soon. And thank you for sharing. Yes, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and hit the notifications so that you know when something new has been loaded up. But I do a Facebook Live almost every Monday night, and I may throw something else in another day of the week. I'm kind of deciding on what I want to do. So let's see here. I am going to switch view. We're going to go down to see my hands, and we are going to get started. I have a really gorgeous card to show you tonight, and you're going to just like last week's, people are going to think it's so hard, but it's really quite easy. So let me get us switched over here. Okay, there's my hands. Good. So tonight we're going to use the So Ombre Designer Series paper. This is paper that's free during celebration. Do you know that counting today, there's 7 days left of celebration. It's over next Sunday, the 28th. This paper is so pretty. It has Granny Apple Green in both this ombre and the circles. It has, which color is this one? Blackberry Bliss, also in the ombre and the circles. This is Bermuda Bay in the circles and the ombre. And this one is Rococo Rose. So it's your last chance. This pack is 6x6 paper. There's 48 sheets, and it is free with a $50 purchase before shipping and tax. So if you like to make a purchase, if you see something tonight you like or something else, let me know. I'll be glad to help you place an order. I'll show you a card we made at my class this weekend using this paper. So we made this birthday card. Everybody made it. and it was a big hit. Everybody liked it, and I thought it was great. I used the ribbon, the little polka dotted ribbon. I like this ribbon because it's not bulky, but it just added a little touch, and these little dots kind of mimic these circles here. Thought it was very, very pretty. So just one idea. Could you imagine? And you can get 2 cards out of a 6x6 sheet of that. So you could, even if you made a whole bunch of birthday cards like that, you'd have birthday cards for a long time. So it's not too late to get these, but if you wait till next Monday, it's going to be too bad. So sorry, it is gone. Okay, I got to get a drink here. Hang on. Okay. So the card I'm going to show you tonight, you may have seen something like this, but I had not seen it before, and I am loving this Sunburst card using the So Ombre paper. And it looks very hard to make, but it isn't at all. And I'm going to walk you right through it. I picked the Bermuda Bay, okay, because it's a color I hadn't used much of. So I'm going to set that right over there. I'm going to start. Here is my piece of 6x6 paper out of that pack. And I'm going to pull my trimmer over. I'm going to cut 1.5 inches off. I'm going to cut 1.5 inches off of this dark side so that I have this enough more gradient to give me the effect on this card. So that means if I'm taking 1.5 inches off, that means that I'm keeping 4.5 inches. Okay. So, and then you'll be able to use this piece for something else. I mean, it'd be perfect for a sentiment, for some other stamping on a card. You could get 2 or 3 different sentiments out of that. So I'll throw that back in the package and use it another day. Then we're going to cut this into 4 pieces that are 1.5 inches, because this is 6. So to be even, you know, it'd be 3, and then half of 3 is 1.5 inches. Sorry, there I got a little dog fur. So we're going to cut these 1.5 inches. Whoops, 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches. Okay. Okay, there we go. So then I'm gonna take each of these, you know, these are kind of in the order they were cut, and I'm going to cut these on the diagonal. So I'm gonna put one corner and the opposite corner on the track and cut those in half. When you're cutting these, the important thing is to make sure you go the same direction. So I'm going from the top left to the bottom right. And then I'm just going to set these here and stack them on top of each other, kind of in the order I cut them. So that'll make it easier to put everything on when making. And I could not believe I'd never made one of these before. I'd seen them and thought they looked really hard. They're not. It's kind of like that scrappy strip technique that I showed you probably during the summer. Oops. No, that wasn't very smart, was it? It's a lot. It looks a lot harder and intimidating than it is. So once you do it, it's like, wow, why didn't I think of that? So, well, the good news is, well, the bad news is we had a lot of snow. The good news is it's starting to melt. Yay! Okay, my poor dog I have a little Boston Terrier. She's not very tall. And it was so funny the morning, I guess it was Tuesday morning when we woke up and we had all that snow. She took off out the front porch, and she always leaps off the front porch, and she went right into the snow, and she was way up there. I could hear her yip. My husband had let her out. So it was kind of funny. But I think it hurt her pride more than anything, poor dog. But anyway. Okay, so now this is what we're going to build our Sunburst on, okay? This is a piece of white. It's 5 by 3 inches. Yep, and just so that I know that I'm in the middle, I'm gonna mark the center point here. So at 2.5 inches, so. There, just gonna make a little mark here, and a little mark here. There we go. Okay, and then that'll help me, because we'll work from the center out. Okay, and let me put that so you can see it. And for this, really the Tombow works best because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. I'll put that there. That's the new host code that started, and so if you're gonna place an order for anything, please let me know. Or please use the host code if your order is over $150. But then don't use the host code because you'll get your own special rewards. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this piece here. We're gonna put the points at the bottom. So I'm gonna kinda, come on. And you know, I just had this going. Maybe I need to, there we go. Let's try this again here. I'm just gonna, oh, come on. I just got rid of the little needle I used because I had been having trouble with this one filling. Okay, let me get a, when all else fails, get a paper clip, of course. Let's see, this may not be thin enough. I don't know. We'll try this. Literally 5 minutes ago. This one's not going to be small enough. Oh, there we go. Put that right there. Okay. Whoa. Got a lot of glue there. Whoop. That's okay. I am not going to put any more on. I'm just going to smear it around with the tip of my glue. Here we go. There we go. Try that. So what we're going to do, I've got those 2 lines. And you know what I'm going to do? Hang tight, guys. I'm going to move. Hopefully I'm not sorry I did this. I'm going to use my left hand. I'm going to move some of this, spread some of this glue around here. On this half here. Normally I would just glue up part of it at a time. So there we go. Okay, so I'm going to put the first one here at the little point down here and line it up on my 2 marks, and there we go. There we go. I'm trying not to get glue all over everything. So now this is light here and dark here. We're going to put the next one where it's dark and light. We're just going to alternate. We're going to put it right up next to this piece. Then we're going to do the same thing here again. We're light here and dark here, so it's opposite. We're going to put that right there. And you can see it's just overlapping the edge of the paper a little bit, and that's okay. If you're making one of these cards and you want to know how long you need to make your strips, you want to measure like from this corner to that corner, and then maybe add a 1/2 inch or so. Okay, so we got a light. It's dark here, it's light here, it's dark down at the bottom. There we go. So there's that. There we go. Got a little bit of glue on there. Let me wipe that off. But that's okay. We'll fix that in a minute. Okay, now we're going to go back over. We'll come back for that in a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. So that was light, so we want the dark one here. What I'm going to do that. Let me use my finger. We did in elementary school. Just smear it around a little bit. Put that right up next to it. See now? You can see how that's just coming to life. And you can, because it gives you a second, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, you can move it right up close. think my glue might be close to being gone, so just trying to spread it out a little bit. Here we go. It was dark. That one was light on the top, so this one's dark on the top. Okay, a little bit more here. I think I'm almost done with that one, yep. Oops, so we want to use this one. Dark on the top, light on the top. See, look at this. Isn't this easy? Let's scoop that over. There we go. And last but not least, let me get a new container of glue out of my drawer. Ta-da! Here we go. Oops, it's not even open. That's one reason I like to do my lives right here at my desk. Sometimes my lighting's not great, but at least I'm right by all my supplies if I need something, so I enjoy that. I'd rather do it where I had natural light, but it is what it is. Of course, now it's dark, so. Okay, there's that. And we've got light on the top, so this is dark on the top, and of course it's the last piece, so. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Yay. Slide that, see if I can slide that over just a little bit. There we go. Great, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my snips and we're gonna trim this up. Okay. I'm kind of sad that, I don't know, I have mixed emotions. I'm glad we have 2 more months of celebration coming during the summer, but I hate that we only have 2 months right now, you know what I mean? I'm so used to a celebration being for 3 months. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to come back and fill in these. Okay, so if that was dark there, let's see. That was light down there, then we're going to go dark up this way. Oh, what am I? Okay, we're going to go that way because that'll be covered up anyway. That's what So thank you for those of you joining late. I'm making this really pretty and it's easy Sunburst card using the So Ombre Designer Series paper. So dark, light, we want dark on that too. All right. See if I can get a little bit more coverage there. Oh, we do want light down there, don't we? There we go. We'll put it perfect. Boy, just like it was meant to go there, huh? And you know, this is really less than a 6x6 piece of the Designer Series paper, remember, because I cut that 1.5 inches off before we started. So it looks kind of funny there, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't get that right up to the end, but that's okay. We'll trim that up. And so we're gonna do this, trim this part off. And there we go. And that's not even gonna show, so don't worry about that. Let me slide this out of the way. And I see where I didn't do a very good job on this side, so I'm gonna get my little Stampin' Up guillotine trimmer here and just kind of take that edge off so that it won't show, because we're gonna put on the black background and it will be noticeable. So Let's see here. That's, there we go. I'll trim just a little bit off this one too. Off this top. So no one will, and no one will ever know. There we go. Beautiful. Get those pieces out of the way here. Here we are. Okay, so there's that. Now, to go behind it, we have a piece of black designer or black cardstock. This piece is 5 1/4 by 4, and I have used a die to make a die cut. It's from the Painted Labels dies. I use this one here to go behind that butterfly to make it pop. I took it right out of the center of this. It's never, no one's ever gonna see it, and it's a great way to use your paper. See, look at that. No one's ever gonna notice that. So I am going to, I think I'm gonna put this away, and I am going to get out my seal for this. I'm gonna put seal on my, let's see, I'm trying to not get it on the circle if I don't know where the circle is. Otherwise it'll stick to everything when I'm working with it. So you take the black piece, and we're going to, we want these 3 sides to be even. There we go. Just like that. And I still got some on there, but that's okay. I had a little bit of glue on the top. I'm going to use an adhesive eraser. If you don't have one of these are great. You can get them on Amazon. I've seen them in some other places too. It's just a piece of rubber, and it helps get stray adhesive off. It works really nicely. This card I had to go over it a couple times because I had a little bit of glue leaking out. There we go. Okay, I might go over that one more time, but that is an invaluable tool. Everybody needs to have that. So for my ribbon, I took a piece of, this is the silver metallic edged ribbon. Obviously it starts out in white, and I used my light Bermuda Bay blend to color it. I didn't have, at first I was going to use this ribbon. Let me show you here. This is Pool Party. Or no, this is Coastal Cabana, and I was going to use that. But you know what? It was too sheer, and you'd have been able to see the line through it. And I need something that's going to, that line is not going to show. But otherwise, that would have been just fine. But I needed something that was a little more opaque. So I chose this ribbon and decided to just color it with my blends, and you've seen me do that before. Oh, where's my glue dots? There's my glue dots, and just easy enough, put one on each end here. So and it'll very nicely cover up that seam. The biggest thing is just to make sure it's straight. There we go. Okay, next thing is the sentiment. So this strip, I got a strip here of cardstock, and it is 4 inches by 1.5 inches. Okay, and I chose to use the sentiment, "You Mean So Much to Me." It came from the Forever Blossoms stamp set, but you know, there's a lot in that, in the mini catalog, there's that stamp that is a whole lot of, it's a whole bunch of sentiments in one big stamp, and then you can cut them out. Let me see, where is that at? What is it? I'm trying to find it. back here somewhere. It's many messages on page 35. This would be perfect. This is on my wish list. I haven't ordered it yet, but if you can see, there's a lot of long, skinny sentiments that would be perfect for this card. That's on my list. It's all in one big stamp, and then it has a die, cuts them all out at the same time. So cool. What a great way to be ready to stamp at a moment's notice, okay? But I have You Mean So Much to Me. So let's see if we can get this straight. Some days I feel challenged to stamp straight, you know? I'm just using Memento black. I'm gonna put this right in the middle here. But it's perfect, look at that. Couldn't done any better if I tried. Sometimes though, I accidentally put the sticker on a little bit crooked. Yeah, not great. So then I'm going to use the lovely labels punch to give it kind of a nice decorative edge. This is a 1/2 inch wide, so it goes right in there. I like to watch where it's at to make sure it's centered the way I want it. And just do that end. And that end. There we go. Look at that. I like that punch a lot too. So we're going to put that right down there. You mean so much to me. There. I'm going to put it down just a little bit more. Is that centered? Yeah, that looks pretty centered. There we go. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our butterfly. So, pulling out another punch, and really this die cut could have been used from a scallop punch if you have an old retired punch or something. It could be just a black circle. I had never used that die, and I just thought it was a nice use of it. So we're going to cut out 2 butterflies out of this part of the So Ombre paper. Again, it's the same color. I'm going to cut the little one out of a lighter color. I'm going to cut the bigger one out of the darker part of the paper. So they're not very different this time. But I think it's okay. I could do, you could do one out of the circles, and then you could do the little one out of vellum. I've done that quite a bit too. So what I'm going to do, actually I am going to use a little bit of Tombow on this, just to adhere, just right, the small butterfly to the big butterfly. Then I don't have to worry about it going anywhere. It is going to go, it's going to stay right there. Okay, a little bit of glue there. And let's see, I'm going to fold those wings up just a little bit. Oops, they came off there. And I think I'll put a little, I should have put the Tombow away so quick. I think I'll put a little bit right here. You can use glue dots, but if you're going to use glue dots, use 2, because if you use just 1, it doesn't anchor it so well, and it likes to wobble from side to side. So we're going to put this right on there. What I want to do, I want to turn it. There we go. Ugh, it's trying to move on me. I just want to make sure the wings are up. There we are. Good. And I am going to use some of the holiday rhinestones. These are Coastal Cabana, but I think they're, again, just the right color for my little butterfly. I used 2 of the smaller ones. I think I'm going to use a couple of medium-sized ones and see how they, my card could have used a little bit bigger ones. So if you're just coming in late, welcome. If you like my video, I'd love it if you'd share, give me some hearts, some thumbs up. I'll put another one on there. If you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe. I appreciate having subscribers. There we go. Oh yes, I like the 3 better. Gives it a little more bling. Okay, set that off to the side. Now, my base is half a piece of standard heavyweight cardstock. It's 8.5 by 5.5. So just fold it in half like that. Simple enough. Where's my bone folder? So if you need to get your last minute purchases in before celebration ends, please let me know. I will be glad to help you place that order. If you're looking for anything, pull a bit here. I'll put one right there too. There we go. I do like that seal. There's a bit of a learning curve getting used to using it, but once you do, it really is not hard. There you go. Okay, I'm going to use my adhesive eraser. I think I got a little bit of glue right there. There we go. And we're going to put this on. See, I put that on with, I know, you know what? I glued that right down flat. I could use, maybe I will use a couple of dimensionals for this. Let's see. I'll use a couple of dimensionals. Okay. Put that on right there. So I wanted to come on and show you this one last fun card using Celebration product. And look at that. There we go. You mean so much to me. Look at that. Who wouldn't love to get that beautiful card in the mail? And what a nice sentiment to tell someone you really are, that they really are important to you. Okay. So everybody, I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the card. I'd love to see if you make this card. And please, I appreciate your shares and your thumbs up and your hearts. Just lets me know that you like what I'm doing. If there's any techniques or anything you'd like me to demonstrate, let me know. I'm always looking for ideas on what to do on my Monday Night Lives. So I'm more than willing to try to learn something new myself and show you how to do it. So thank you so much, and I will see you next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Stamping with Denise. Take care now. Bye, and have a crafty week.